This is Not Just a podcast where we get to know the person behind the job title. I'm your host Amanda, and today we'll be speaking to Daniel Narvaez, who is a suit designer. We chat about how he pivoted from finance to fashion, the importance of observation, and how passions drive you. But more importantly, we'll speak about who he really is behind the job title. Let's get into it. Daniel Narvaez, welcome to the podcast.
How are you? Thanks for having me.
Thank you for coming on. Now, I was talking to you off camera before because, well, you are a celebrity tailor and you have an incredible business.
Wow.
And as I was putting on my outfit this morning, I was in a rush and then I was out the door and I was like, oh my gosh, I really should have thought way more about what I was wearing.
Well, we did
for this.
Subliminally.
I know.
We colour matched and we made it work.
Colour matched,
It was just this celestial vibe.
Yeah, I'll take that. But you're looking very slick.
Thank you. It's very kind of you.
And I can't wait to chat all things Mr. and how you started the business. But before we get into that, I wanted to ask you, what were you doing before you opened Mr. and became a tailor?
Oh.
Tell me about what was driving you
The
then.
backstory.
The backstory.
I've thought about this a lot in recent times. I was a snot-nosed kid that was trying to chase money, if I'm very honest.
Okay, great.
I was
love
working in the finance world as a business analyst, working in the online space.
Yeah.
And I was like, how quick can I be the next big thing?
Yes.
It was a very interesting life at the time.
Yeah.
But it was great.
Yeah.
I'd taken a sabbatical. I was working for another company in the logistics space, I guess, and was just, concentrating on how to climb the corporate ladder.
Yes. Do you think the finance background helped you open the business
No,
later
of course
on?
not. Totally not. If
Yeah.
the finance would have told me to stay in finance, no one in their right mind will ever say, go and start a small business. It's the greatest, most secure idea that you can come up with. And whoever says that, they're lying.
Yeah, right. Okay.
The finance world was amazing. It just taught me systems,
Yeah, okay.
rational thinking,
Yeah.
How to work within a larger team, how to take others into consideration, and how to be part of, a more global system, be it even if in a small macro environment.
Yeah. What do you think your biggest learning from that time that you then brought into your business was?
Be personable. The really interesting part of working in the corporate world was that you were always touching different parts of businesses.
Yeah.
So we were online and internet focused, and you're talking with the finance teams, you're talking with insurance teams, you're talking with rollout teams, and everyone speaks a different language. So you start to become quite nimble in the way they communicate.
Yeah.
Or at least that's what my strong suit was. I know other guys in my team were amazing at other things, and I think that's what made us so good at what we did, I guess, because our upper management team put together a really well structured team that could communicate across all areas, and that was cool. It was lots of fun.
Yeah, nice.
It was a long time ago now.
Yeah. And then talk to me about the transition of then, starting Mr. How did that come about? Was it always just a secret passion of yours?
Yeah, that's a great question. I studied industrial design, so my background's not in fashion.
Yeah.
It's in product design. I never quite made it into the product design world. Some would say that the ultimate idea is to design the next perfect chair, and fly over to Milan and be part of, Milan Design Week and do things that way, which has always been a dream, but we never eventuated. I ended up moving out of finance or the finance corporate world into contemporary jewelry. I took a small sabbatical as a gallerist, or working for some families at gallery for a short time, which was great. And in that time, I rediscovered, the idea was to rediscover my love for design.
Yeah.
Designing systems and products in the corporate world isn't quite the same as designing beautiful things.
Yes.
In the physical space.
Yeah.
In that period, I met the guy who would then become my business partner. In the very early onset days of Mr. And we decided to join forces, you know.
Yeah, nice.
That transition from me walking out of corporate and into personal space took about 6 months.
Yeah.
I one day just decided I was going to quit my job.
Yeah.
Took
Was it scary?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was, I treated it like I was buying a coffee,
Yeah, right.
you know, and
Okay.
overnight called my brother. He was living in America at the time.
Yeah.
And he said, "What are you going to do?" And I said, "Oh, I'm going to leave my job." He's like, "What do you know about making suits?" I said, "I like to wear them." I hadn't measured a person before.
Yeah.
I'd sold a couple of suits. Took a lease in the Strand Arcade
Yeah.
and quit my job. And
The rest is history.
the rest is history.
Yeah, right. And so did you have to do training? Like, what was the training?
Okay, so my training was a little bit, because I come from a design background,
Yeah.
you know, and living out that life, you learn to observe.
Yeah, okay.
Observation is arguably one of the most important things.
Yeah.
Learning with your eyes, because, you know, you can get taught as much as possible out of a textbook, but it almost means nothing if you're not actually doing the work. Right? Like anything.
Yeah.
Like any role, like any job. During that transition period, every day I was going to sit with this amazing tailor called Michael Pascalis, him and his uncle Peter, over on O'Connell Street in the city, which was great. Shout out. He's a dude. And I just watch him every day.
Yeah, right.
And I'd ask him to teach me every single element that could possibly come across my path, be it any alterations that we needed to learn about.
Yeah.
You know, I've always said that fashion, or at least tailoring, because tailoring isn't fashion. Tailoring is, you know, the wise old craft of making traditional menswear.
Yeah.
Fashion is whatever you choose it to be. That's you know, it's a more expressive form of making, but traditional tailoring is exactly what it is. So there's lots of techniques, lots of elements that you need to take into account. If he saw how I was wearing my trousers right now, he would shoot me, but I'm a grown man.
We'll get a zoom up on that.
I can do what I want. I'm a grown man now.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I'd mirror him, and I'd spend 2 or 3 hours after work. So I'd have my day job,
Yeah.
and I'd go see him
Yeah, wow.
every day. And I'd sit with him till 8 p.m, go home, rinse, repeat,
Yeah.
until one day my business partner didn't turn up to do a measure, and I had to pick up the tape measure and start myself.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Yeah.
And can you sew? Are
No.
you on the tools?
No, not anymore.
Okay.
Like, can I? Sure.
Yeah.
Will I? Definitely not.
Yeah, okay.
Very early on, we built a system. Like I said, I'm a designer by trade, craft person I am not.
Yeah.
So very early on, we built a system where we started working with smaller offshoot factories.
Yeah,
So
okay.
we had local base,
Yeah.
Hong Kong, Singapore, Turkey, and for a short period, Spain.
Yeah, cool.
So we decided to work that way, let the craftspeople do what they're better at,
Yeah.
and then we work on the fine tuning.
Yeah.
And the
awesome.
system that would work here, how do I say this? Well, I guess we work with companies all over the world, as you guys would.
Yeah.
Different areas, different people, different countries have different styles based on the environment,
Yep.
how they work, what they wear.
Yep.
So at the time, we were working very deeply with teams to develop what I would call a contemporary, like Australian style of wearing clothing,
Yeah.
which was very different at the time. Leaning somewhere in between, in my brain, how the English and the Italians would wear clothing.
Yeah.
That's
okay.
purely because of the way our climate is.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah, it's not that interesting.
Oh, I like it. Well, I feel like we could talk all about this for a lot longer, but the
Yeah.
podcast is you behind the title. So we're going to get to know
Yeah, okay,
a
scary.
different side of you. So it's a bit scary right now.
Yeah.
But Daniel, tell me, who are you when nobody's watching? What's
I'm-
a version of yourself that exists?
I'm a massive dork.
Okay, tell me more about that.
No. I've realised most recently that I'm just a big nerd.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty relaxed,
Yeah.
pretty chill kind of guy. If you don't find me drinking a martini, it's probably watching a documentary of some sort.
Yeah. That doesn't seem dorky or nerdy.
Yeah, it can be.
Why? What are you watching?
I most recently watched the documentary about the anniversary of the 100th anniversary of the New Yorker magazine.
Oh, yeah.
That was really cool. Like, that was a really interesting process. I watched this like a couple of days ago. It was
Yeah.
great. I'll always watch docos
Yeah,
about
okay.
anything.
Yeah, okay.
Like, whatever I can kind of get my head on
Yeah.
or around. I find other people's stories fascinating.
Yeah. Do you read autobiographies as well, or do you just watch?
Just watch.
Yeah.
Because when I'm reading, it'll be other stuff.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
What's one documentary that you think everybody should watch?
Oh, my God. I've thrown myself in it now. haven't I? Oh, everyone's watched it, but you have to watch it anyways. Watch The Last Dance. Michael
What's that?
Jordan.
Okay,
Yeah.
right, yeah. So
Him-
his story of how he...
His story of how he was retiring.
Yes.
You know, that's a real big sports guy thing, but it's
Yeah.
just the guy, as far as I'm concerned, is arguably the most interesting marketing persona that has ever been created.
Yes.
You know, changed live sports as the world ever saw it,
Yeah.
changed celebrity, and also changed drive because of
Yeah.
the way that he succeeded in a way that no one ever will.
Yeah.
Like, so it's interesting. I find it interesting that, you know, the world created this monster,
Yeah.
you know, that not only could sell sneakers but playing them at the same time.
Yes. Are you a big sports fan?
Yes,
And what's your favourite sport?
football, soccer.
Yep. Okay, cool. And who do you support?
Oh, I'm a diehard Real Madrid fan.
Yep.
That's a childhood thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I personally geek out to Newcastle United, and a lot of people throw that at me because
Yeah.
I go for a...
Well, I'm a Liverpool fan, so...
Sorry to say that.
Well, how's
Oh,
Newcastle
this was going so well.
Oh, no. Well,
Newcastle's horrible.
I know.
That's the best part. That's what I love about them. They're perennially bad.
Have you seen them live?
No, I have not.
Okay, so it's a bucket list thing.
Yeah, I have to get to St James's Park at least once
Yeah.
in the near future.
Have you seen Madrid play?
No, I haven't been to Madrid in a while. Every time I went there, something else had come up.
Oh, what
So
kind
I'd
of
like-
football fan
I
are
was the
you?
worst. I'd have tickets to the game and then have to fly somewhere else.
Oh, my
Like,
God.
which sounds like,
Wow,
what
that's a first world problem.
What a tough life.
Oh, yeah.
No, but yeah, I remember giving up tickets to a Champions League game
Oh, my God.
like at halfway, and I was like, I can't get back for this.
Yeah, no. Did you regret that?
I still regret it,
Yeah.
and it would have been on my birthday as well.
My
we have
God.
personal friendship ties to people involved in the club,
Okay.
and I don't know why I still to this day go, why didn't I just turn around?
Oh, well, we'll come back to that.
Yeah, have you been to a Liverpool game?
I have. I've been to a couple.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, Anfield is amazing.
It would be.
Yeah.
And
Just the atmosphere and it's just another level to what I think that we have in Australia.
Okay.
The fans, just the passion and the excitement, and they just live and breathe it.
Yeah,
And
interesting.
Yeah, I remember being in an Uber when I was over in Liverpool, and we were driving to Anfield, and
Yeah.
the Uber driver was saying, you know, he was a massive Liverpool fan as well, and he'd been to every single game that season, including the away games, and he'd spent something like £60,000 on. He was a season ticket holder, but like he had to spend that on the travel, and
That's absurd.
it was crazy. And he was saying his wife was literally going to divorce him if he didn't change for this season.
No.
But they are just they like the fans. They
Sorry,
love
that
it.
upsets me that he was getting in trouble.
They love it though. It's very good to
You've
see.
got to though, right?
I know. Well,
Do you think everybody loves something that much?
I think maybe they do, but I reckon they might not share it as openly as other people. I think everybody has a deep passion that they really love, but
Yeah,
maybe some people hide that a little bit.
Okay, so what are you passionate about at that level? That's not Liverpool.
Greek mythology.
Cool.
Yeah, I love Greek mythology.
Yeah.
Some people think that it's lame, but I don't care. I just really love it. I loved it in school. I did ancient history in
Yeah.
school, and then did a holiday over in Greece, and just loved it all. I
Awesome.
read all of the books. I have so many like Greek mythology books.
Yeah.
I named my 2 cats Zeus and Apollo.
Nice.
It's a full-on, obsession.
Do you like Zeus or Apollo more?
The cats or the gods?
Both.
My babies, I can't choose. The gods, I think I like, maybe I would say Apollo.
Okay.
He is the, god of music and light and a whole heap of other different things. And I spent, before I was doing this and in the recruitment industry, I worked 10 years at Sony Music. So
Cool.
yeah, so it was in the music industry. Music's a big part of my life.
Nice.
So I would say Apollo.
Cool.
Yeah.
Music to this is a big change.
Yeah, I know. It's been fun though. I've learnt lots.
Yeah.
Still love that creative side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the recruitment space is definitely creative.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Well, I'm not obviously doing recruiting.
No.
I'm in the marketing and communication side,
Yeah.
which is the fun and creative side of things. But
you're still telling the story, right?
yeah, exactly.
Like
Can you share a story from your work that perfectly captures how being fully yourself, not just the professional version, has made you successful?
Yeah. I'm not sure I'm successful.
You definitely are.
Working on it. I say this every day, and I have answered this question many times, or at least that part of the statement, and then I'll answer your question properly in a minute. I think we're all striving for success. Yeah. So thank you for being so nice, but I'll get there. It's a journey till we get to that space.
Yeah.
Because otherwise we're not trying.
Yeah. Well, I think everybody has an individual goal
Yes.
in their careers that they want to achieve, right? So
Correct.
I think from an outsider's perspective, you could look in and go, oh, they're smashing it, successful, but then you would have your own, milestone that you're like, this is when I know that I've... But you are very successful.
Thanks. That's nice to hear.
Are you getting awkward now? Are we going too deep?
No, it's good. It's interesting. I think just I learned to turn up. Yeah. Like no matter what. And I just had a chat with someone earlier, and she was like, "Oh, we all make mistakes. We're only human." But the one thing I was kind of taught is, hey, if you've said you're going to be there, be there. Yeah. And be it, having to do business and then, turn up to a meeting even though you've got something personal on. A lot of personal life sadly took a beat when I did go into this business world. For many successful and not so successful times. But the one thing that I've done for the last 14 years is turn up. Yeah. And for me, it's been fun because has it been, delivering suits in, mansions here in Sydney, or knocking on a guy's door in Newcastle because, his wedding was the next day and he couldn't make it back to pick things up, and so getting in a hire car and here's your suit, mate.
That's very nice of you to do that.
Oh, it's all right. It's part of the process.
His future wife would have been very helpful.
Yeah,
thankful as well.
She was really thankful. So the main thing I learned, and is turn up every day, because if you don't actually turn up, it's that step. Quit is quit. Yeah, and that's the end. So you'll never actually know what happens the next day if you choose to stop. Yeah. One of the things I said to myself is, when I started the business, is, well, you're putting an end to this, which was my corporate life. Well, you can't go back to it. Yeah. So just pick yourself up and go to work and turn. And I know it sounds like the simplest task, but the things that flowed on from there have been amazing. And the relationships, and sometimes just running into person, like someone would walk in the doors and I'm like, hey, I wasn't even supposed to be here today. Yeah. And they're like, well, do you want to talk? Yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't really have much profound to think about it, but just turning up every day is arguably the only thing that's led to still being in this industry after a crazy, I think it's been 14 years. Yeah, wow. Yeah. That's awesome. Which feels like a lifetime. Yeah. But it would have gone so quick as well at the same time. Yeah, I'd do it all over again. Yeah. Yeah. tomorrow.
Yeah. I love that.
Yeah.
What's something you're deeply passionate about that would surprise people?
80s cartoons.
Okay.
Yeah.
Talk to me more.
Car racing anime
Yeah.
and football.
Yeah, okay.
They're the three things I love the most.
Yeah. And what is it about 80s cartoons that you love?
They're so cool.
Yeah. What's your favourite?
The storylines were so rudimentarily amazing. So everything was written as a story. It's one thing I miss about pretty much anything. You know, like the 80s, 90s cartoons, they're all written exactly the same.
Yeah.
Kid has a problem. The problem is bigger than Ben-Hur.
Yeah.
There's a moral to the story and how they got out of it, right?
Yeah, and they solve the problem.
And they solve the problem.
Yeah.
And it didn't matter if it was a cartoon or a comic. They were all exactly the same.
Yeah.
You know, and it'd be Snoopy, you know, and he'd say something profound. Or it'd be, you know, Optimus Prime talking to the Transformers because they did something silly.
Yeah.
You know, or even like Garfield, which was always quite sarcastic, but the story would come out the same at the end. I don't know why, you know, that whole, you're in the marketing game. So, you know, the hero's journey has always been fascinating to me.
Yeah.
Because it's almost part of every single thing we do every day.
True.
You know, if you break down even getting a coffee,
Yes.
it's, I have a problem.
I need a coffee.
I need a coffee. Do I have a coffee machine? No. How do I solve
that?
Where do I go? Everywhere's closed.
Oh, yeah.
There's that one hole in the wall.
Yeah.
You're the greatest. You spelled my name right. You know?
Do you think that's changed? Like, has cartoons changed the storyline? Like that kind of setup?
Yeah, most definitely. I think people don't digest it. Like, you know, like maybe I grew up in an era where we had an enamor for the hero's journey. You know, that whole Disney story, the whole Pixar story as we've seen it evolve now. Just don't take time to digest the world anymore. And this might make me sound like an old man, but you know, there was a beauty in solving a daily problem, right? Like I said, like you couldn't just turn on your phone and find the solution.
Yes.
You had to find the solution.
Yeah.
Right? And so, you know, I was listening to an interview just the other day, Patrick Bateman and David Letterman. And Bateman's classic, you know, he's like 90s actor, child actor.
Yeah.
And he was talking about, you know, like, you know, no, there's a cat in the tree, and, you know, it brings back all those kind of, everything at the time had that sentiment, right? So there's probably a naivety which existed, which definitely doesn't exist at the moment.
Yeah.
But also, families would sit down, they'd watch shows, and, you know, like there was a ritual to it all.
Yes.
I'm not sure that exists anymore.
Yeah. Well, the
completely
attention
gone.
span is completely gone.
Yeah.
It's like 2 seconds now or something.
Yeah.
And I think that's why, like, people are on their phones whilst they're watching another
Correct.
screen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like, which I don't know if it's a good or a bad thing.
Yeah.
You know, like, I think, like, even a Simpsons episode back in the day had a whole narrative to it.
Yeah.
You know.
I haven't watched The Simpsons in ages.
I know.
I really should. They've been predicting things for a long time.
They've got everything right.
Who are those writers?
Who are those guys? I think, no. Yeah, it's weird. No, I agree.
We digress. Well, if you could be known for something completely different than what you're known for now, what would it be?
Honestly, I always wanted to be an illustrator. If it was like my secret life would have been that I could draw like anything.
Yeah, okay. But you can obviously draw.
Yeah, I can communicate through a drawing.
Yeah.
But I can't like draw.
Okay.
I'm no like, you know, fine artist.
Right, okay.
Yeah, I would have gone to like, the perfect me would have gone to art school and, you know.
That's so cool.
Won awards and,
I
you
love
know,
that.
had a studio and just painted and drawn.
Disney would have paid you millions to do
Yeah,
their...
and I'd probably tell them no.
Yeah, I know.
Like, guys, I'm busy that week.
Fair.
Sorry.
Yeah, I understand.
You can hang my painting on the wall though. And
I'll get back to you.
I'll take royalties for every single time that scene in Toy Story plays. Thanks.
Yeah.
no, I think that's what I would have done.
Yeah. And does that come from your love of the 80s?
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
I've got
I
this
like
close
it.
friend who is he's a cover artist for Marvel Comics.
Yeah. Wow.
And amazing.
Yeah.
You know, like, you're responsible for, like, I think Storm, all the Marvel characters. So cool.
Yeah.
And I've always looked at him like, man, you're so talented.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He probably looks at you and thinks the same thing, you know.
Maybe.
Because you know how, like, I think just humans in general always look at somebody else and they're like, wow, they're so incredibly talented at what they do and so
True.
successful. And yeah.
No, I'm convinced everybody just looks at me and says, you talk way too much smack.
Well, I didn't want to say anything, but
I'm convinced of it. Seriously. No, that would have been my, yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, I don't know.
What's a lesson you've learned outside of work that actually made you better at your job?
Oh. Learn to listen. Yeah.
Expand on that.
Oh, as a kid, I was really fortunate. I had this amazing dad. My father was a musician, but also lived a very regular life. So you'd end up in all these interesting conversations. You know, the way old men used to do their thing. They'd be sitting around talking over a bottle of whiskey, just chatting. Some of the people that crossed our paths were, I was like, how on earth did you meet this person, or why are they sitting at our table? And, you know, they'd be sitting there for hours on end, just talking, smoking cigars, drinking whiskey, and solving the world's problems as, you know, every single man on this world thinks that they can do. We really need to stop trying to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I won't say anything.
Please, whichever camera's recording this.
All three.
All men, stop doing that.
Hey, you said it, not me.
I've said it for years. If I didn't have a mum that was so patient and capable of raising 3 boys, our house would have burnt down in the first week. So
Shout out, Mum.
Shout out, Mum.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also, like, guys, stop trying to solve the world's problems. Please. We're in enough trouble as it is.
It's going to be our hook for this intro.
100%. But yeah, so just I made the mistake of many times thinking I had something to say, and I definitely didn't.
Yeah, okay.
You know, so then getting into the business world, my humble little store, which I miss dearly, became a little bit more than just a retail space. It became a space of meeting people.
Yes.
You know, people would come in and just talk to you for hours.
Yeah.
You know, like, and what was really nice is on many occasions I'd get phone calls from clients and like, hey, can you close the store? And I'm like, sure. I'm like, what's up?
Yeah.
And they're like, I just need somewhere to sit, someone to talk to. And I think that's where the difference became what Mr. is, or at least who I evolved. It's probably more a me thing.
Yeah.
Who I evolved into through the business, because it wasn't, you know, like you walk into I don't really want to bad mouth. Well, you walk into an Aesop store, they're not sitting there having a chat. You know, they're like, hey, can I give you some hand cream?
Yes.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
You know, here's your bag. Spray some smelly stuff. Really lovely smelly stuff. Big fan. And then, you know, off you go.
Yeah.
But what Mr. became was like a sitting table. And again, those same, maybe it kind of led into my life, or bled into my life because of what I had seen for the years, you know, I was growing up at home. The most interesting cats would just walk in the door and sit down, and, you know, you'd meet this guy and you're like, you're super interesting. And then they tell you their story and you're like, what on earth?
Yeah, wow.
You know?
Yeah. From
politicians to guys in 30 to guys that were just carpenters, you know, and they're telling you about how they met their partner and why they're getting married now.
Yeah, cute.
And so just that being that listening board, even to this day. You know, I was in South New South Wales just the other day, and I ran into a client walking down the street. And he's like, "Do you have time for a beer?" And I'm like, "Of course I do."
Yeah.
Like,
so good.
and just hadn't seen each other in 2 years. The last
Yeah.
time I saw him was making his wedding suits, and
yeah.
you know, he's a little bit older than me, and he's like, "Yeah, I've sold up by Sydney, and I'm living in Kiama," and
Yeah. Wow.
telling me about, you know, the evolution of his life now.
Yes. Yeah.
And I was like, "Man, this is cool." You know, the guy behind the bar was like, "Oh, you guys are old friends." I'm like, "Oh, we've probably talked about 5 times."
Yeah.
Like-
yeah. But you can learn so much from any person that comes across your path, right?
If you want to listen.
If you want to listen.
Yeah.
I really like that lesson.
Yeah. Yeah.
They say as well that if you run into somebody who you haven't seen for a very long time, you should spend at least 10 minutes talking to them, because there is normally some message that they, if you believe in that stuff, message that they
I
would
believe.
be giving you.
Interesting. Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
That bothers me though, because a lot of people see people and they just run.
Well, there's no message to give then. What would people be most surprised to learn about what your job really involves day to day?
That I don't have to make anything.
Yeah. I learned that as well.
Yeah.
When you said,
That's like the biggest I've been yelled at because of it. It's quite interesting.
Yeah, right.
People are like, "Why aren't you making the clothes?" And I'm like, "I can't be talking to you and making them at the same
Well,
time."
this is true. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's, you know, part of what we were just talking about, the listening process. That's 90% of my job is just having a chat.
Yeah.
You get really good at it. Or maybe you don't.
No, I think that you would, because you can tell when somebody is a great listener, right? Like they ask you follow-up questions. They're really invested in the conversation. I think like there are a lot of people who aren't great active listeners who just are ready to kind of talk to you about what they want to talk about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then maybe, so like on that note, right? Maybe that just makes me a really bad business person, because I should be selling more suits and not asking you about Greek mythology.
Well, I think you have a very successful business, so I feel that.
No, like,
I don't know.
I've just like had the penny just dropped. Should be spending more time selling suits than working out what people's favorite cats are.
I'm sure you've sold many suits,
Yeah.
so I think it goes hand in hand, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
No, that's that. Yeah, any small business, I learned. My life has been arguably a path of beautiful meetings where at different milestones I was thrown in front of other people that would teach me a little bit more, and then push me down another path, and then a little bit more, and doors would open, and then a little bit more, and it continues to this day. And hopefully it will continue forever, because I can't imagine living any other way.
Yeah.
Right? But again, a particular person or a particular couple who I've worked alongside almost 20 or so years, Caesar and Nina Cueva, if you guys get to listen to this. Beautiful friends, beautiful family, arguably the biggest mentors in my business career.
Yeah.
But what I learned, especially from Nina in particular, she is such an invested, not only an invested business person, but an invested personal story person. She actually gives so much time and empathy to other people's stories, right? And just by observing that very early on, I was like, oh, that's how you do business. But it's not. Like, no.
Yeah.
There's
okay,
a business
tell me.
element but that's like the natural part, because otherwise we'd all just be selling stuff, right?
Yeah.
So I guess what that, for me, started to create, you know, in today's day and age, we'd call it an empathetic salesperson.
Yeah.
You know, if that's what the carousels are teaching us at the moment.
Yes.
So mad. No, I'm kidding.
Oh my God.
There's a whole pod in
Oh, okay, right. I
No.
need to know more about this.
We can keep talking. I've got a whole day. I've got nothing for the next 3 hours.
Yeah.
But via that listening and actually engaging in people's personal stories, it actually makes the process so much more beautiful for both parties.
Yeah.
You know, like this couple that I just mentioned, the jewelers and contemporary jewelers, and you know, have these beautiful stores, which were neighbouring me in the Strand Arcade. They're still there, courtesy of the artist.
Yeah.
Check them out. So it's not a sales process anymore. It's actually like you're joining a family.
Yeah.
Right? And so the one thing I tried to do, like we were saying, the one thing that I do the most in my day to day, sorry, I know that we've stepped away from that thought, was just learning what people do. And it's fascinating.
Yes. Well, you build those relationships and it makes your clients feel or know that you care about them, right?
Yeah.
I think that's really important.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's so cool. Like, you know, just then I had a memory of a client who was teaching me about a door that he had to build. And I was like, how the hell did you put that thing up?
Yeah.
Like,
but it is good business because they would then tell their friends.
Hopefully.
They would. Because I think, like, you and I have obviously gone into many stores in our life. And, you know, if you're met with warm, you know, really kind salespeople, you would want to come back and probably spend more money or share your experience with other people. But I think if you go into stores and they're quite cold, especially when you're doing something like tailoring a suit, and that's quite personal, right? Because it's for an important moment in your life.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
But I also think it'd be the same if I was a business trying to speak to you about putting together a marketing campaign for me, or what's the direct or the right way of telling my story.
You'd be surprised at how many people, though, just give you the sell and don't really ask the questions.
What do you mean?
Literally that. They just get on a call and they'll just tell you all about their product, and they don't ask you really one single question about what your needs are or what are you trying to achieve. And then it's a wild world out there.
But why are they in business? That's not business. I guess it is business is transacting, right?
Yeah.
That's not fun.
It's not a very, like, meaningful business transaction. I don't think a lot of people... I've never really walked away from one of those phone calls and gone, I'm definitely doing business with them.
No. Do you take them still?
No, I don't think I have. I feel like if it's a product that we definitely really need, we would do it. But if I'm just sussing out a few different products and I have that call, I would say no.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I had a boss, I like this story, I had a boss who'd take these calls to recruit.
Oh, yeah.
So he'd take the sales call and put it on, and you'd like take notes.
Yeah.
And he's like, we're going to take that guy.
Oh.
I was like, what? He's like, yeah, he's a good salesman.
Yeah, right.
Selling a horrible product.
But did he ask questions about...
Yeah, like if he was good.
Yeah.
You know, if he was good on the call. And I'm like, oh, you're clever.
Yeah.
Because I've now got his email. I can look him up privately and offer him a job. And I'm like, that's clever.
Interesting
Because this
tactic.
company's done the hard work for me.
Yeah, okay. Interesting tactic.
Yeah, he was an interesting dude.
Okay.
I wonder what he's up to.
Well, this brings me to my last question, which is a very important one and a very fun one.
Talk to me.
What is your hidden talent?
I'm not sure I've got one.
You have to have one.
No. I don't know.
I don't believe that you don't have one.
I really don't know. I know that, sorry, this sounds really boring of me. I do everything that I can do pretty openly.
Yeah.
And I like...
What are them? What are some talents then?
I wouldn't call them talents, like things that I like to do. I'm a photographer.
That's cool.
Done photography in the past. So photography is a deep passion of mine.
Yep.
As is videography to a lesser extent, but still. That'd be something that people don't know about me, I guess.
Yeah.
Like any piece of photography that you've ever seen in most of my socials, which isn't this, is being filmed and or taken by me.
Yeah, wow.
Which is weird.
Because
posing in front of a camera with a trigger in your pocket isn't as easy as people would think.
Yes, that is true.
But photography, I guess, hidden talent. I don't know, maybe if that... Would you call that a talent?
Yeah.
I don't think I'm very good.
Well, you just said that there's a lot of people that don't realize how hard it is to get the perfect shot, right? So it is a talent.
Yeah, but there's just vanity to think that you can take it. And there's also vanity to think that you're the one that should be on the other side of it.
Yeah, but I think you have to have a bit of that self-belief, right, to get to do anything in life. You kind of have to be a bit.
I only design.
Yeah.
It sounds really boring.
That's cool.
Like even this morning, I took a call from my brother, and he's like, "Hey man, we need to finish this zine." And I was like, "Oh yeah, I forgot about that." So we've got to he does things in the music industry.
Oh yeah, what does he do?
He owns a record label.
Oh, what's the record label?
The record label's called Refuge Recordings. Here we go, another shout out. I'm really good at this.
Yes.
Okay, this might tie in to, so it'd be worth talking about.
Yes.
So when I announced that I was going to start Mr. He on 5 days straight, like 5 days later, was like, "I'm starting a record label."
That's so cool.
I'm pretty sure it was 5 days later.
Yeah.
And I'm like, "What do you know about a record label?" He goes, "Absolutely nothing." And I was like, "Cool." I'm like, "All right, well, I'm going to start my thing and you start your thing and we'll start them alongside each other."
Yeah.
And we'll be business partners, which we were never from the start because we work so differently, but obviously have worked, I became his photographer for 10 years.
Yes.
And videographer and, designer of all his record label art and all that. And then he essentially became my operations guy.
That's so cool.
In the background. And so, his feats have taken him all over the world,
Wow.
and I guess mine have done similar.
Yeah, that's awesome. Two very successful brothers.
No, just inquisitive and curious, I think.
Yeah.
And did what we said we were going to do.
Yeah.
The record label and the fashion label both started, or tailoring business, not a fashion label, both started in for a very similar reason, and it's because the world at the time didn't want us to do it. There was no avenue for us to do it.
Yeah.
And not that I want to talk down that path, but we're just two little brown kids from the suburbs in Sydney that didn't grow up in the right school or go to the right places, but decided to do it anyways.
Yeah.
And, fast forward, I think I always get the time wrong. We'll just say 12, 14 years.
Yeah.
Still doing it.
Yeah.
And still having a good time.
Yeah.
And, he's still traveling the world. And,
yeah.
I guarantee in the next couple of weeks there'll be a television show with my suits on it and you'll see it.
I love
and
it.
Maybe, I don't even know what the show's called, but I'll let you guys know about it.
Okay, cool.
So.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And is there an artist that he'd want you to give a shout out to that we should be
Oh,
listening
for
to?
them boys? Man, shout out to Demure
Okay.
via Oscars. Shout out to Kalu. Shout out to Joey Coco. Because the label is such a beautiful independent imprint. They're kind of like big artists in small ponds.
Yeah.
But some of those names are bigger than others. But for us, it's, the record label, I'm speaking for him now, from what I've loved to see, similar to that beautiful couple that was mentoring me and the tailor that was teaching me everything I needed to know, what my brother does, and which, again, back to what is, I guess, empathetic business, right? He provides a channel and a pathway for young artists to express themselves and do things that they wouldn't be able to do otherwise.
Yes.
And, Mr. would do that via clothing.
Yeah.
Provide people a channel to dress in a way that wasn't their day to day. The record label allows people to express themselves artistically in a way that that they wouldn't otherwise, because the big bad world isn't just big bad corporate.
No.
And I think there should be more pathways for young independent artists, designers, and just anyone, you should just be able to walk into a tailor and say, "Hey, I need a suit for my wedding," and not be sold a suit. You should be sold an experience.
Yeah.
Being given an experience, which is not unlike how someone's grandfather would have done, and less like you're walking into a department store and treated like a piece of cattle.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
This feels like a very beautiful way to end this interview.
Thank you.
Yeah. I feel like maybe we need to get your brother on to talk all music industry.
I'd say he'd love that. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, I'd happily put him in touch.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for joining us on the podcast. It's been so wonderful chatting with you. And if anybody needs a suit, Mr.
Yeah, and even if they just want to chat.
Yeah.
I'll be around.
There you go. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Amanda.
Hi guys, I'm Amanda, the host of Not Just A. If you enjoyed this podcast, make sure you follow and subscribe so you don't miss the next episode. Don't forget to check us out on social media via the links in the description. If you're liking the content, feel free to drop a comment. We'd love to hear who you want to hear from next. Let us know.